Yo, what's up, my homies? Stephen Hawking here with information on investments.
Stephen, what are you doing here?
Oh no, AIM found me, got run.
Okay, well, now that that's over with. Hello, my name is Amy. Welcome to Investments. So I know what you may be thinking. What is investment? Put simply, investment is the act of putting money into something with the expectation of earning more money in the future. It involves taking a calculated risk to grow wealth, typically through avenues like stocks, bonds, real estate, or starting a business. The goal is to generate returns or profits over time. In this video, I will be discussing two major components of investments, specifically risks and return on investments, or ROI. The risks are, surrounding the investment, such as how easy you are to lose your money. Return on investments, or ROI, is the money that is given back to you while your investment is in place. So with that information, let's begin. Now, of course, there are many different kinds of investments. The ones I will be discussing in this video are shares, debentures, unit trusts, notice accounts, and fixed deposits. So, what are shares? Well, when you purchase a share, it is almost as if you are purchasing a small portion of a company. Basically, they'll take your money, and your money will increase or decrease depending on the company's performance, market value, and other political factors. The ROI of shares are known as dividends. As a shareholder, you have certain rights, such as working on company decisions and receiving a portion of the company's profits, known as dividends. Basically, dividends are the company giving you money for buying their shares. Pretty sweet deal, I would say. The risks. So, the value of shares are not constant. This means that the money that you invest may change, causing you to lose money. But if you choose to sell your share when the value is higher, you will obviously get more money. Companies are in no way compelled to give you dividends. If they don't want to, they don't have to. If the company shuts down, you may not get your money back, unless you are a priority shareholder. In my personal opinion, owning shares is basically gambling. Debentures are very similar to shares, in the sense that you give the company your money. The main difference here is that debentures do not give you ownership of the company, and they remain constant. These do not fluctuate based on the company's performance. You give the company some of your money, and you are guaranteed to get that money back. The weird thing about investments is we don't say expire, we say mature. I have no idea why. It's just how it works. So once your debentures mature, the only gain that you really get would be the interest accumulated over the period of time. This is called capital gain or capital growth. Don't be fooled with the amount of risks that I've written here. Debentures are usually a lot less risky than shares. But the company may not be able to pay back the money. But this problem is easily avoidable, so you want to check if the company is financially stable before you just straight up give them your money. Now, the market value of debentures can go up and down. If you need to sell your debenture before it matures, you might get more or less money than what you paid for it. Interest rates may fluctuate. so you may not get as high of a return at the end as you were hoping, but debentures are significantly less risky than shares. Our next one is unit trusts. What are unit trusts? Well, do you have no idea what you're doing? Don't worry, neither do I. A unit trust is where a lot of people contribute all of their money into almost a pool. The money will then be evenly split into wise investments. Depending on who you give it to, it will be invested into different things. It is a way for people to invest without having to be experts in the stock market, which, let's be honest, is fair enough. The stock market is insanely complicated. It is difficult to determine what the ROI of unit trusts are, because returns will depend on what the unit trust money is ultimately invested in. Like I said, depending on who you give your money to, it will be invested in different things. If the unit trust mostly buys things like company shares, you might get more extra money over a long time, but it can fluctuate because shares. But if it invests in bonds or loans or debentures, the money will fluctuate a lot less. But the money at the end may be less than what you were hoping. The risks of unit trusts. This one is tricky because the risks, like the returns, can vary depending on what the unit trust invests in. But generally, it is the safest, least riskiest option because they are more likely to know what they are doing than you do. What are notice deposits and call accounts? So, let's say you want to get your money back from your investment at any given moment. Getting a notice deposit means that you can withdraw your investment before the maturity date, but you must give them a predetermined notice period before you do so. These will often have high interest rates. The main perk of this is that, well, you can get your money back whenever you want. Call accounts are very similar to notice deposits, hence why I put them in the same slide. However, with call accounts, you do not need to give notice before your withdrawal. You can phone them and say, "Hello, I'd like my money back, please." And if they say no, well, then you could say, "Well, screw you, I'm taking my money back," and then get your money back. Anyway, they won't say no. So you can just have your money back whenever you want it. Once again, the return on investments are very tricky. The returns are somewhat decent though. The interest rates are usually more than what you would get on a regular savings account, but it will be less than other investment choices, such as debentures or shares. Let's say you gave your notice deposit or your call account to a bank. That's good. That's what you're supposed to do. These are generally very low risk. However, if the bank shuts down, you probably won't get your money back. This is easily avoidable though. Just go to a trustworthy bank that you know probably won't shut down, like Nedbank or FNB. Fixed deposits are the opposite of notice accounts and call accounts. Essentially, a fixed deposit is when you give them your money and you can only get it back after the period of time that you had stated. Basically, it's saying, "Here, take my money, and I don't want it back until this time." You cannot have it back no matter how hard you try, so stop trying. The ROI of fixed deposits are very similar to call accounts and notice deposits. They are moderate. The interest rates you get are usually better than what regular savings accounts offer, but might be less than what you could get with notice accounts or call accounts. How much extra money you earn depends on what the market rates are like and how long you agree to keep your money in the fixed deposit. So various political factors can affect the interest rate. But generally speaking, you will definitely get your money back. People usually see fixed deposits as low risk because banks and financial institutions offer them. The chance of them not giving your money back is very low, but once again, it does depend on how financially stable the institution is. So please, I beg of you, make sure the bank where you invest your money is a good, trustworthy bank. Thank you for watching this video. Please check out my other videos, I promise they are much better. I worked very hard on this, and I am frankly happy with the way it turned out.